Hello again, my name's Nicole, and this is my second video log, so welcome to my channel if you're watching. Just, my hair's kind of wet right now because I just got out of the shower. But yeah, I'm just vlogging today to kind of this is semi-procrastination on some homework I have to finish on an assignment, and partially to vent about said assignment. Yeah, so obviously, if you watched my first video log, I'm a psych major. I'm a month and a half away from graduating, and one of the two courses I had to take, one's a math, but the other course is a psych course. And not only is it a psych course, it's a psych learning behavior intensive writing course, which is, like I said, I'm vlogging because I'm partially procrastinating on part of my assignment, which I love writing. I've said that before, but I don't love research like assignments, in the sense that you have to create a study, essentially. Like, I'll do research all day long. I'm great at research. But running experiments, not my strong suit. Creating an experiment and then running it and getting all the data, and not my thing. And so my procrastination today, and my venting, is about this fantastic book. This is Sniffy, the lab rat. Virtual lab rat. In fact, it's, if you look, and this makes me laugh, this dedication is to the laboratory rat. So essentially this book is to replace actually experimenting on rats, which I greatly appreciate. If they had given me a white rat and said, okay, I want you to train it to do all these things, I would not have been very happy. I don't think PETA would have been very happy. But yeah, so this is in replacement of that, but it's kind of a pain, to be honest. So this is my little experimentation stuff that I'm supposed to be doing for my class. And the reason I say that this is kind of a pain, is if I flip through here, you can kind of see, like, the data that goes into this. And the experiments we have to run in a certain way, and run again and again and again, and sometimes it can take hours. They do have an isolation chamber, which speeds up the process a little bit, but you still gotta check on your rat and make sure you don't accidentally kill it by shocking it to death. Yeah, so stuff like this, all little graphs. I don't know if every, every university has this book and teaches this, across the US, or if this is simply a my university thing, but it's horrible. Honestly, it's horrible, some of the data that has to be run. Right now I have 4 assignments. Essentially starting off training the rat how to push a lever for a pellet. And then it goes into every 5 times the rat pushes the lever, he gets a pellet. And so that's a fixed ratio, essentially, which is fun. All the different ratio schedules. So saying, okay, every 5 times he pushes the lever, he'll get a pellet. So that's the first thing. So I run that experiment. Then the next one is to get it, so I have to increase it in increments, and I have to do it correctly, so that the rat will push the lever 50 times for 1 pellet. And yeah, and you have to make sure the rat doesn't show extinction behavior, which is basically after like 30 times pushing the lever and not getting a pellet, he just says, oh, forget this. Not fun. Not fun at all. And then after I do that, then I get to switch to intervals. And the difference between a ratio and an interval is, a ratio is a number, whereas an interval is a time. And, for example, you know, if the rat pushes the lever any time within a 2-minute span, he gets a pellet, regardless of how many times he pushes it. And we use that, you know, a lot in psychology. I think more along the lines, for a while I minored in ABA, which is Applied Behavior Analysis, and we learned a lot about that because you, mostly working with kids, I mean, you can work with animals, you can use it on adults, but just kind of training them to do certain behaviors or weed out certain things, like the child in the grocery store that whines for candy, and, training them, essentially not to ask for the candy or not to reward the bad behavior of the tantrum that occurs in the grocery store because they're whining for candy. So that's not so much fun. On a bright side, though, had a good class, because this fantastic thing is part of the lab portion of the class. The lecture portion, though, love my professor. She's awesome. Apparently she has a rooster, and apparently adult roosters will attack anybody that's bigger than them because they perceive it as a threat, which is kind of terrifying. If anyone knows how to train an adult rooster, please let me know. I could get extra credit for it. But yeah, so today we were mostly discussing the whole child whining in the grocery store, and she was saying either you reward the behavior, or either you give them the candy in the beginning, which is the minimal whining, or if you tell them no, absolutely mean no, because if you wait until that they're on the floor screaming and crying and throwing a huge tantrum and then you give them the candy, then you're rewarding that really bad behavior, and they're going to continue to do that in the future because they know that works. And she was saying it's kind of the same with training a dog for begging for food, where, the dog will always beg for food, and if you reward it, let's say every 10 times, like every 10th time the dog begs, you give it a piece of food, the dog's going to continue to beg for food. But I like psych, don't get me wrong. Like I said, great class, enjoy it, enjoy learning about it, learned a lot about human behavior. My main focus has always been the brain and behavior, and just the way people think, and different things that occur, and different things that control the brain, or even different mental illnesses and the way they affect a person's thinking or actions. Is very, very interesting to me. But that all aside, this is a nightmare. So, yeah. Training a rat how to push a lever. I don't know if that's an improvement over the shocking we had to do at the beginning. We were studying freezing behavior, so for classical conditioning, you set it in for a tone, and then the rat would get shocked. And you just kind of examined fear response, which is a little bit cruel. I mean, I know it's a virtual rat, and this is how we think it would behave in this situation, given we've looked at other, real times that people have done this, but yeah, not my favorite class. Needless to say, but a month and a half left and I'm almost done. So, anyway, I really should probably go finish up my assignment and just get it done with so that I can actually go to bed at a decent hour, because I got school at 8:30 in the morning. But thank you if you listen to this. Thank you for letting me vent. And so far this vlog thing seems okay, so, maybe I'll give it a try again soon. If you watched, thank you. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening. If you live up north, we're finally getting nice warm weather again. It's been bright, it's been sunny, a little bit windy. But yeah, so I am happy to be back in dress season. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, evening, or whatever, and hopefully I'll be talking to you again soon. Bye.